Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Yogesh Ranjivar, working as Assistant Professor in Civil Engineering Department, St. Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. I have started a series of a lecture which is based on the concrete technology, and this is the very first lecture of its series. That is Introduction to the Concrete Technology. General outline. It consists of a concrete material, components of concrete, concrete as a composite, then we will move to the cement, in which we will study about the production and composition of cement. What is concrete? So basically concrete is a very strong and versatile moldable construction material. Strong means it can be capable of taking the load. Versatile moldable construction material means when the concrete is in the fresh state, we can give any kind of a shape depending on our requirement. Concrete is made up of a component like a cement, sand and aggregate. Aggregate, that is gravel or crushed rock, when it is mixed with the water. Here I want to tell you one thing, that basically aggregate are of a two type: fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. Fine aggregate, the best example of a fine aggregate is sand, whereas the coarse aggregate is consist of a gravel or crushed rock. When concrete consists of a cement, sand and aggregate, that is fine aggregate and coarse aggregate, when it is mixed with the water, they form a concrete. So out of 100% of a concrete, that is by volume, 60 to 75% by volume is a stone and sand, whereas 25 to 40% is of a paste, that is the cement and water, and 1 to 2% remains as a voids, that is usually present in a normal concrete. Aggregate should be inert and strong. Inert means it should be non-reactive with anything, and strong means it can carry a load. Ingredients of concrete. It consists of a cement, water, sand, that is fine aggregate or crushed stone powder. Then coarse aggregate consists of a crushed or uncrushed, that is stone. Normal concrete consists of a above material. In addition to the normal concrete, there are some modern concrete too. The modern concrete consists of some additional ingredients, and these additional ingredients are chemical admixtures and mineral admixtures. Chemical admixtures consist of accelerators, self-retarders, water reducers, when they added to concrete to improve the performance in fresh state or hardened state. Mineral admixtures. It consists of a fly ash, silica fumes, rice husk ash, coconut shell ash, and other pozzolana. There are some advantages and disadvantages of a concrete. Advantages are: it is relatively cheap, as huge construction is going on worldwide, so it requires a huge amount of concrete. Okay, so concrete is relatively cheap than other construction material. Molded to any shape. When the concrete is in the fresh state, we can give any desired shape depending on our requirement. It is a robust, that is, it is massively available. Low life cycle cost. Its initial cost is low, its maintenance cost is low, and its final cost is again low. So in general, it is having a low life cycle cost. It is having the low ductility. It is the most popular construction material. There are a variety of construction materials available in the market and construction industry, but concrete is the most popular of it. Concrete makes a building fire free due to its non-combustible nature. Concrete can withstand. Concrete is resistant to wind and water, therefore it is very useful in storm shelter. The casting of concrete can be done in the working site, which makes it economical. So this is the biggest advantage of concrete, I can say. In some of the cases, or in the most of the cases, the construction materials, it is not possible to cast it on the particular construction site. So it has to be casted at one place, and it has to be transported from its production plant to the construction site. So that increases the cost of construction of that particular project. Compared to other binding materials, the tensile strength of concrete is relatively low. Concrete is a less ductile, yes, it is a brittle material. Concrete may contain soluble salt, so it results in efflorescence. Concrete and composite. Normal strength concrete, high strength concrete, ultra high strength concrete, fiber reinforced concrete, densified with a small particle, that is DSP, macro defect free, that is MDF matrix, reactive powder concrete, that is RPC, polymer modified, that is cement concrete, self compacting concrete, and the last one is the roller compacting concrete. Type of cement. Before going to the detail of a type of cement, just I want to tell you one thing there. By modifying the composition and physical properties, performance of cement can be changed favorably to obtain the different type of cement. So whatever the compositions are there and what are the physical properties are there, that can be changed to obtain the different type of cement. Here, hydration is a process, is a function of a compound composition. I have prepared a separate video in which I will tell you the detail of various types of cement and the alkali aggregate reaction. In that also I will explain the process of heat of hydration in detail. C3S is responsible for higher strength. C3A is responsible for the height of hydration. This C3S and C3A are nothing but the bogus compound. So what is the bogus compound? That again I will tell you in detail at the end of this lecture. As I told you earlier that by manipulating some physical properties and composition of cement, we can make the different type of cement. So by manipulating the chemical composition of a compound of cement or oxides allows to manipulate compound composition of cement, and then by changing their physical characteristic property of cement and performance in concrete. Other supplementary material like a pozzolana that can be added to get the addition type of cement. Now, the types of cement consist of OPC, that is ordinary Portland cement. It is as per the IS 269, as per the ASTM, that is the American Society of Testing Material Type 1, EN, that is European Code 1971. Now, OPC, it is having a three different grade: 33, 43, and 53. 33, 43, 53. These are the numbers these are numbers, that is compressive strength, which are obtained after the 28 days. And it is generally in term of Newton per mm square or MPa, that is megapascal. Second type of cement is RHPC, that is rapid hardening Portland cement. That is as per the ASTM, that is American Society of Testing Material Type 3. Now, the best part of this rapid hardening Portland cement is that whatever the strength of 3 days, that is of a OPC, that 3 days strength can be attained in a single day. The strength of 7 days can be attained in a 3 days, whereas the strength of 28 days, that can be attained in a 7 days. So that is the biggest advantage of a rapid hardening Portland cement. Next type of cement is a LHPC, that is low heat Portland cement. That is as per the standard of ASTM type 4. Generally this low heat Portland cement is generally used for the mass construction because of its low heat of hydration. Next type of cement is a sulfate resisting cement. It is satisfied the standard of ASTM type 5. After that, that is the blended sulfate cement. Next type of cement is the sulfate cement, that is a super sulfated cement. Oil well cement. Oil well cement is generally used in the oil tank. Expansive cement, that is used in case of a shrinkage, and wherever the cracks are there, that expansive cement can be used. And the last type of cement is a white and colored cement. Generally this kind of cement is used for a decorative purpose to give the aesthetic beauty to the structure, that is external appearance of a structure. This white and colored cement is used. Cement is a binding material, yes, but when you will add a water in it, then the cement is used as a binding material. Without water, you cannot say that cement is a binding material. Material with adhesive and cohesive property. To bind the sand and coarse aggregate together, the raw material grinds and mixed and then burn at a high temperature of around 1300 to 1500 degrees centigrade. Yeah, I have prepared again separate video for the manufacturing process of cement. In that video, I explained the detail of a cement and its process. So this is the powdered form of cement which is obtained, and this is the application of cement. You can see that two bricks are connected with the help of a cement powder. Chemical composition of cement. It consists of a lime. Out of 100%, 60 to 70, 67% is occupied by lime. Silica 17 to 25%. Alumina 3 to 8%. These are the raw material, that is, you can say the primary raw material. Secondary material consists of a magnesia, that is 0.1 to 4%, sulfur trioxide 1 to 3%, iron oxide, that is 0.5 to 6%, soda and potash alkalis, that is 0.5 to 1%. Lime, it forms nearly two-thirds of a cement. Therefore, sufficient quantity of lime must be in the raw material for the manufacturing of a cement. Its proportion has an important effect on the cement. Sufficient quantity of lime form a dicalcium silicate and tricalcium silicate in the manufacturing of a cement. Lime in excess, it causes cement to expand and disintegrate. So the quantity of a lime must be important in a manufacturing of a cement or making of a cement. The quantity of silica should be enough to form a dicalcium silicate and tricalcium silicate in the manufacturing of a cement. Silica gives strength to the cement. Silica in excess causes the cement to set slowly. Alumina supports to set quickly to the cement. Alumina in excess, it reduces the strength of a cement. Iron oxide, it gives color to the cement. Magnesium in excess makes the cement unsound. It also helps in giving color to the cement, that is magnesia. And at the final stage of manufacturing, gypsum is added to increase the setting of a cement. These are the bogus compounds. There is a tricalcium silicate, dicalcium silicate, tricalcium aluminate and tetracalcium aluminiferrate. Tricalcium silicate is represented by C3S. It hydrates rapidly, provides early and ultimate strength. Dicalcium silicate is represented by C2S. The function is hydrate slowly and provide strength after duration of 7 days. Next is a tricalcium aluminate. It is represented by C3A. It hydrates rapidly, provide early strength and less ultimate strength. And the last one is the tetracalcium aluminiferrate. It is represented by C4AF. It doesn't provide strength, but it is stable than C3A. Thank you. This is all about for the today's lecture. Thank you.